So I rarely spend my money on the outside of the car and stuff because I would rather spend the money on the functional stuff, right? Like her engine is fantastic. All the components that make the car work are always take priority. So, does she look as flashy as everybody else? No, but it's a 15-year-old car with 300,000 miles on it. Is her engine pristine? Yes. So, I mean, if I had the extra money, would it be nice to replace the alloy rim that's kind of peeling? Yeah, it'd be nice, but at the end of the day, does it still protect the car? Yes. Are the tires still on it and everything runs fine? Yes. So that's kind of my thing. I mean, it's cool to have a flashy car, I guess, but, is that car going to last you? I've had this car for, she's 15 years old. I've had her for 13 years. So we're doing all right. And that was kind of my intent on buying her was I don't want to buy another car. I don't even want to think about it, actually. She's like an appendage at this point. It's like my kid. So that's kind of why I just take care of that stuff first. And European cars are going to be expensive the older they get, the more scarce the parts become. So hence why I'm kind of putting all this together and kind of why I do it. And on top of that, a lot of people just don't understand their cars in general. They're big pieces of machinery that every time you get in it, you're putting your life in that machine's hands. So that's kind of why I bought the safest car out there. And on top of that, I want to know what it does inside and out. That way, as soon as I get in it, I can say, "Ooh, no, I feel like one of the rotors is off. I don't like this," or I didn't like the way that you just start to feel and pay attention to it. But again, I'm not one of those that needs all the flashy stuff. So to each their own. But for those of you that are trying to do it yourself and save some money, I hope that helps. So here's some other random DIYs. So this actually broke, if you can see the crack there. And I ended up using super glue. There's the crack right there. One there. But it's connected to this cylinder underneath, so you can't really take it out, and I didn't want to mess with that. So I ended up just super gluing it, and that was like 2 years ago. So yeah, can't go anywhere without your super glue and duct tape. Another one was this guy down here. So the little knob in here actually cracked. So there's a metal mechanism underneath, and that's how you shift your gears. So that piece actually fell out, so I ended up just having to use the two metal pins in there to try and shift, which was pretty dangerous. So I went to about 3 different chop shops, like Pick and Pull or whatever. This is fairly common with this model, so couldn't find any. All the knobs were gone, so I ended up buying online. FCP Euro had it like express shipped because if you can't shift, you can't drive. So that was another fun one. So now I am very, very careful with that knob in there. But yeah, not bad. 15 years before it actually needed to be changed. So actually, technically, yeah, 15 years. So not bad. Let's see, this shifter actually broke all the way down here. So that was fun. So, good old driver's ed hand signals came in handy. So this whole piece actually pops off. This whole plastic handle can be replaced. So, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, when in doubt, just Google and YouTube it. So I was able to fix that. And then have like all these people in the parking lot like, "Oh, excuse me, miss, do you know what you're doing?" And they're driving like a Ford or something. So no thank you, I'm gonna keep my European engine problems to myself. But yeah, so that was an easy fix. So now she works, no problem. But I'll tell you one thing, when something breaks, you definitely appreciate it once you fix it. So yeah. And another reason for doing it myself is, that's what people charge you for. It's exactly like a computer, it's the majority of people don't really understand the full capacity of these machines. So the techs are going to charge you more for it. And rightly so, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I'm doing it myself because of not only are things expensive, but, you know, there's also the gender tax, right? So single female comes in, and I'll tell you a story about that on a different one, but, you know, that's the single female tax. It's either going to be, I need your name and number, or it's going to be, she's an idiot, she doesn't know anything, so I'm going to tell her she needs all this stuff because I work on commission. Not everybody's like that, but it has been my experience, and I will make a whole entire another video because, yeah, it's out there, it's real, and I ended up needing a lawyer. So I'll do a whole another video about that because it is unreal.